All right. Welcome back. It's the Hoela Podcast Show. It's your boy Phil, C-Leg, Silly, whatever it is you want to call me. I got my good brother here, Madon. Introduce yourself, fam.
How you doing, fam? How you doing, fam? You already know me, Don Dada, aka Don Talk. How you feeling, fam?
Bro, I'm feeling great. I'm in a good mood. We just got done laughing, bro. I'm feeling cherry.
shout out to
It is
shout out to the Philippines.
Shout out to the Philippines. It is May 13th. We are currently recording this at, let's see, let me check the exact time for you, 8 o'clock Eastern. So the Cavs and the Indiana Pacers are currently playing game 5 in Cleveland. And last I checked, Cavs was up by about 20. So that's where we are right now. So anything that happens after this in episode 11, we don't know what's going on. This episode is gonna be mainly about, not mainly, it's gonna be purely about the association. You know, about Mr. Wilson, about the heart, about the courts, about nets. It's gonna be about hoops, guys. It's gonna be about hoops. So round one recap, couple takeaways that we done had, and a little insight into what's been going on in round 2 so far. That's where we at.
Where you want to start? East, west, north, south?
I live on the east, so let's start on the west.
Fair. The west actually. So let me ask you this: which so far out of the conferences, which playoffs do you probably enjoyed the best? East conferences, the East like playoffs, or the West playoffs so far?
East for sure. I've enjoyed the East a lot more.
I said the same thing. I feel like the East is a little bit more entertaining in the first round.
Yeah.
So far in general, I feel like the East has been. Yeah, but no, what's the name? The West. Let's see what we got at the top of the bracket. Do you want to go? do you want to talk about the Memphis and OKC series?
I mean, it's not much to talk about. Only.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's kind of short. That's kind of cookie cutter right there.
Yeah, only that. My question is not necessarily a playoff question. It's more so, we don't got to delve into this, but just like, where does Memphis go, bro? Like, what do? They just fired their coach, right? They just got swept into nothingness, right? Mm-hmm. They're supposed to have all this talent, but what do they do? Do they make big changes in the offseason? Do they just go get a coach and keep their core the same and just, do they try to go get Giannis? I don't know. Like, what do they do?
Yeah, bro, I think this is a simple case, and we talked about this briefly yesterday, bro. And NBA moves very fast, bro. Like, yeah, they were that up-and-coming team that had this talent, very deep roster. They know to play. Then you're 10 and deep, and now you know it, bro. The league's changed. Teams have gotten deeper. Teams have gotten more physical. Teams have gotten more shot creators. So teams got better, bro. Long story short, and dealing with some nagging injuries, so Jaren Jackson has been having to step up, and he's had a good year. I mean, this is a contract year for him, so he's eligible to be the highest paid player in the NBA, which is crazy. I think it's 5-year, $345.
Yeah, I just said no comment, but it's a podcast, so I'm allowed to have a comment. If they pay him that, nuke Memphis, nuke him. Nuke
Memphis.
Nuke Memphis.
And the troops, but. Yeah, nah, bro. Based on how he's been playing the playoffs, I think they might have to sit in the room and talk about that one. But yeah, bro, I mean, honestly, they can make moves. Like I said, they're still a deep team, so they have assets. They have movable pieces. Yeah. The coaching thing was very odd because I don't know what better coach, unless you have somebody in mind, I don't really know what better coach, I guess, that you're going to get in this time.
Mike Malone.
They could get Mike Malone. That could be a good. I don't know if he really fits the Grizzlies though, because Grizzlies are more like a fast-paced, up and down team. He's kind of more of like a half-court offense type of coach. Obviously, coaching and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I was just saying, maybe a college coach, because.
Yeah. Well, the guy who they have right now, what's his name?
They got an interim, right?
Yeah, but I think they've been looking at making him the permanent. I'm looking right now. Grizzlies interim coach, because I know the Nuggets plan on keeping what's his name, Lasso. Yeah, Tomas Lasso. He was assistant coach. He was a G League coach after that. So I mean, they're confident in him, depending on how they go. But yeah, bro, I think Memphis is still good. I mean, their core is still young. They got time. Like I said, they're gonna have to figure out the Jaren Jackson contract situation. But I do think they
Yeah.
have time and the assets to retool. Just kind of just caught in a bad year with injuries and things like that. And like I say, bro, teams get better. Ja definitely is gonna have to come back
Step up.
healthier and a lot better next year. I feel like next year is a really big year for Ja. So
No, it is. It is. It is. That's we talked about a little off pod though. Like let's pass off season this past year, like not just this season. Right. Like he had to deal with court. This man was suspended. Right. He had to deal with injuries. Like he had a lot. And I give him the benefit of the doubt for now, bro. I hate a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do spew a lot of hate on certain players.
This man just said he hates a lot.
it's guys. It's banter. Right? It's jokes. I don't really hate anyone. But
that's how they play.
It's just how they play, right? Just sports. But I always give somebody the benefit of the doubt early, right? We only get so many opportunities for me to give you the benefit of the doubt, right? And after a while, there's no more benefit of the doubt. It's just doubt. And you gotta step up. So right now, benefit of the doubt, I'm expecting big things next year. But we can move on from that.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't gotta talk too much about that series. That series was a spanking. Next, this was honestly my favorite series in the first round. Nuggets Clippers.
Yeah,
that was cinema.
It was cinema.
Nuggets, like I mentioned before, I don't know how you just go from being a terrible defensive team to a really good defensive team in the span of the playoffs, but I guess just having that experience, they kind of just know when to turn it on.
Agree.
But yeah, that too. So that was really the big thing for me, like just seeing how they were able to turn their defense on. Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun has been amazing this playoffs on defense, like amazing.
Yeah.
Like, and it's showing in this current series right now with Christian Braun on Shea. He's been doing a great job. We'll get into that, but yeah, man, Clippers just, I'm be real. It's actually the flip. They went from a great defense in the regular season to a defense in the playoffs, and it's kind of surprising. But I think they played Jokic well. I mean, when you have Jokic playing one of his worst series he's played in a long time, you kind of got to capitalize. But yeah, Kawhi had that one good game, but other than that, he played okay. He played solid. I definitely think he could have played a little bit better. Yeah, go ahead, because I already know. I mean, this is not. He's not the reason they lost, but like, it's a common theme when it comes to series being this close and being where they are. So I'll let you take off on
dog.
that.
I forgot the stat. Right, I forgot the exact number. But did you know James Harden has had more, like, what was it? What was the stat, bro? Games where he finished with more turnovers and field goals in the playoffs.
I think it was like 40 or 50. I remember.
Nah, hell no. I don't think it was that much. I think it was 26. I think it was 26. 26 times, 26 playoff games, not regular season games, bro. This is you're in the playoffs. 26 playoff games where you have more turnovers than made field goals, bro. That's not okay, right? That's why I introduced the pod to the F series. This is my list of frauds.
Oh, right? The F series. Y'all don't know about the F series.
Y'all don't know about the F series. The group chat know about the F series. So I'll mention 2 of them here tonight, or maybe 3 actually, but. Frauding for sure
right now, so because you added one and then the other.
Yeah, but that one I might not even add him for real, bro. Like
you want to hold off on it.
I might hold off on it. I think that was a group chat ad. I don't know if I'm gonna make that one official. But
he's got time. It's been looking a little shaky so far, but we'll hold off on it.
We'll see. Depending on how this series end.
I was going to say, after tonight, it's looking a little shaky, but we'll see. But go ahead.
We shall see. But Frauden, James Frauden, right? That's my name for him because he's on the F series, and I just don't think he did enough. In the 7 games, bro, he had good games, right? There's a reason why they won 3 games and it even went to 7, right? Not to say he played bad, but the thing with James Harden is, you know he can play good. You know he can put up 30 points, right? You know he can give you, not even 30, bro. You know he can give you 22, 7, and 7, right?
He got a 38 and 11 game this series.
Exactly, bro. Like, you know he can give you these big games. So when he comes out and he goes, 3 for 9, 6 points, 11 turnovers. what do you say? You know what I mean? Like, there's not much.
What do you
They
think that
had him
is?
in Wade arguments, bro. They had him in the same air as the Flash. Like, what are you talking
We're
about?
not even gonna do that. But like, what do you think it is though, bro? Because it's like, I don't think, because what makes it so weird, it almost seems like he's doing it on purpose. Like, think about it, bro. Like, no, like, think about it, bro. Like, even like the one, I'm not gonna mention the person we're talking about right now, that you was talking about, Adam Elizabeth. At least with him,
Yeah,
he's still putting his shots up. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's getting up to 25, 28 attempts. Like, you're gonna put him up. Like, you gotta put him up.
yeah.
Taking 9 shots in a closeout game almost seems intentional, bro. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, what do you think it is with him? Like, you think it's you think he's afraid to make mistakes? You think like he think he hears the noise and he kind of succumbs to it? What you think it is?
Yeah, let me find the exact numbers for you guys trying to line. So in the closeout game, right, he did not have 10 turnovers this game, but he shot 2 for 8. And he was negative 29 plus minus. Right? That's disgustingly insane. Right? 2 for 8, only 2 free throw attempts. So that tells me he wasn't even going to the cup. Right? 4 of his 8 shots were threes.
Aggressive, bro. It's so weird.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that's supposed to still be. I know this is not prime time, Rockets James Harden anymore, but like, he's not 40. You know what I mean? So, hey, Brent, look, they say it, bro. Everyone got tangibles, but it's who got intangibles, right? Who got that? Who got the mental aspect of the game on lock? You know, he don't got it because it's the same shot, but it's not going in. It's not dropping it. He's not putting it up. So
that's what's the crazy part. Like, he's not putting them up. Feel like not, bro. You're James Harden. Nobody's not gonna say anything. You take 25 shots, at least put up. It's the fact that he's not.
It's a closeout game too.
Like, if you're shooting bricks, at least I can be like, okay, you went out there, you emptied the clip, but you took 9 shots, bro. You hold the ball the majority of the game.
You gave up. Bro. Dion Waiters had the quote, right? He said he'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 10 because that shows you stop believing in yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, and you hold the ball more than anybody, so you can't afford to like do that, bro.
No, you cannot. So that was a really good series, and I really, really enjoyed it. That Kawhi game where he cut, I don't think missed his first 15 shots or something.
It was like the first 12, 13. That was a spiritual experience, not gonna lie.
It was, because it was
pure. It was so crazy.
Pure. It took me back to what, 2016, I think it was? No, that's too far back. 2019, yeah. It took me back, man.
That was magical. That was a magical game. But after that, he was like, all right, I did y'all win.
Yeah, he did give him one, I can't lie. But yeah, so that's that. Wow, the Pacers came back. It's a 1-point game. Wow.
Don't do that.
Wow. Ain't gonna lie, if they lose, I might have things to say about a particular player on that team.
You can't do that, bro. You can't do that.
I have to, because they healthy right now.
Ow.
This game, they're healthy. Oh, actually, is he even playing tonight?
Yeah, because I remember he was like a game time.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, he is playing, and you won't believe it. He's 3 for 10. Oh. All right. That's not what we're here to talk about. That's not what we're here to talk about.
We'll say that for the next one. But going back to that, yeah, bro. Like I said, we kind of want to run through the first round, but yeah, that was a good series. Nuggets, like I say, they turned their defense on, and they've honestly been having the best series to me. Each of these, like the first round and second round series, have been kind of like the best to me so far. But yeah. And so
I want to talk about the King. The King going home in 5.
That was an interesting series, not gonna lie, because I don't know why people slept on Minnesota so bad in that series.
Yeah, I know for me personally.
I do know why. I'm not gonna say. I do know why. Let me take that back. I lied.
I know for me personally, it wasn't even that I was sleeping on Minnesota. Like, when I did my playoff predictions, I think I put in the chat like, yeah, this was like 65% bias. I wanted LeBron to get another ring, right? So it wasn't necessarily sleeping on anything, because we seen what Ant do in the playoffs, how they turned it up, and we know the Lakers got holes, right? That was not a well-oiled basketball team. You know what I mean? They traded away a piece to fill a hole that they didn't have, and created another hole in turn. You know what I mean? So it was just bad, bro. That the Rudy Gobert legacy game, I'm gonna think about that for a long time.
Rudy Sampson.
I'm gonna think about that for a long time. Like JJ Redick, I don't think JJ Redick is a bad coach. And at the end of the day, we're all human, and we're gonna make.
I'm be honest, and I don't think he can be. I think he can be better. I do.
Oh, for sure, everybody could be better, but this is year one. Year
I
one,
think he's a
JJ.
bad coach right now, or like he's a mediocre coach.
I wouldn't say bad though. I think bad's a strong word. I got bad coaches.
Who's a bad coach to you?
You don't like this one. I know for sure you don't like this one, but I think Monty a bad coach. I know you disagreed with that.
I see why you say he's a bad coach. I just don't. I think circumstances was more his situation. Name another one though. Who you think's like a bad coach, based off like who games people you watch.
Let me think.
Okay.
Currently,
Charlie Lee's a bad coach.
Is that the Hornets coach? Oh, turn me up! Come on, bro. That guy's a terrible coach. A terrible coach.
Terrible. Okay, I don't want to go terrible. I want to do bad. Yeah.
Hold on. Currently, right in the league right now.
Yeah. See, it's weird because you can be
bad. Come on, bro. Doc Rivers is a bad coach.
Okay, he's bad. He's not terrible. He's bad, right?
He's a bad coach. Yeah, he's not terrible. Okay.
So
he can coach a team good enough to make to squeeze in the playoffs. He can do that.
So who would you rather have? Okay, so look, this is gonna answer my question. Who would you rather have, Doc Rivers or JJ?
JJ.
No, you would not, bro.
Yeah. You know why? Because you know what? You know why? I'll tell you why. I'm not going to act like JJ. I'm not going to say JJ is better than Doc. This is like my Bam Evan Mobley question. This is what I just saw was year one JJ Redick. Right.
Okay, that's fair. Year one.
So, and you gotta think about it. Most coaches, bro, most good coaches, they be in their 50s, bro. JJ, what, like 41? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. If that.
Okay, so right now, you would take Doc Rivers though.
Right now, today, give me JJ.
Okay, I mean that's how you feel.
Because Doc, it's not like my peak with Doc isn't that much bigger than what JJ is gonna give me. Is what I'm saying.
I agree. I just think this series really exposed like all that mind the game podcast stuff be cool. Like sounding good on the pod, cool, bro. Yeah. He showed me that he's not as like innovative as like I thought he was. Granted,
he not risky. That's my thing with JJ. He don't take risks.
It's not even I feel like okay, so this is gonna tell you all you need to know. Did you know that you would think that you would get offensive juggernaut like Luka, your offense would get better? You know the offense got worse with Luka?
I could have told you that without stats. You know what I mean? I could have told you it was gonna get worse. Because Luka's not an efficient basketball player.
Your defense got worse and your offense got worse.
Luka is not, like I said, he's not an efficient basketball player, right? Like bro, I know everybody knows by now. If Luka just dropped 30 in the first half, right? He dropped 30 in the first half, first two quarters, 30 points. He's finishing the game with 40, and they might lose. You know what I mean? He's finishing the game at 38, and they might lose, right? Because he's streaky, but not the good kind of streaky. Because when he's off, you're not getting anything else. You know what I mean? And that's my problem with players like Duncan Robinson. You know, not so much today. He's improved, but Nico Harrison was right. No,
Demon Harris. Demon Harrison.
No,
I was playing. Look, see, Phil, this is why I respect you. Because you understand where I be coming from. People go too much off. I said this from day one. People was acting like the map. And granted, I do still think it was a bad in the sense of, I guess, the optics of
the future.
It maybe.
The future.
But, like, bro, people don't, like, I watch Mavericks games, bro. And you know why I watch Mavericks games. I saw Luka's flaws. I know the reason. I knew some of the reason why he was trading him. Because yes, bro, he's an immense talent, bro. He's gonna score. He's one of the best scorers. Like, I'm gonna be honest. He's probably one of the best scorers this league has probably ever seen. But
elite. But, he was supposed to be the heir apparent. You know what I mean? To the guy he's on the same team with now. Like that's when he came in the league. That's what we saw. Right? We saw like rookie year Luka, bro. Rookie year Luka was an all-star, wasn't he?
Second year he got all-star.
Second year he got all-star. But you know what I mean, bro? Like
after the rookie year, he made first team All NBA. He made first team All NBA every year. Obviously, except last year, but
man,
nah, bro. But it's like if you watch the Timberwolves series, bro, they basically said, bro, you can get your 30 because we know that you getting your 30
I'm
is,
getting 35.
and those other guys is not going to get theirs. And like you say, it's how he's getting it. He's working for it. He's dribbling the air out the ball. And the reason I was on JJ is because, bro, like, you didn't try and create any type of motion. You got stuck on this 5-out analytic offense, trying to get space for Luka and Bron, not realizing that Timberwolves have the length, they have the guards, the defenders, so where all they got to do is shoot gaps. Even Rudy was out there closing out good, playing in space.
Dog, let me tell you. So there's, I know part of it. JJ did not ask for this Luka trade, right? That happened overnight. No, everybody was surprised, right? That wasn't something they were aware of was happening, right? Mm-hmm. So I know he had to mix his game plan midway through the season, but that's your job as a head coach. You don't got nothing else to worry about. You go home and game plan, right? So I'm not giving him an excuse for that. I'm just saying I know that's a factor. The other thing, the Lakers didn't give themselves much option in the series because you're playing small ball. The Timberwolves clearly are not playing game. You know, they're not stooping. They're not matching you, right? They're staying big. So I get it. You do it game 1, didn't work, right? You win game 2, but game 3, game 4. Come on, JJ, something got to give. You realizing these guys, they're just gonna stay big. You know what I mean? Like they're not matching up with you. They're gonna force you to match up with them. And at some point, you have to realize that your tactics are failing, and you have to make an adjustment. And the fact he did not make an adjustment for 3 straight games, that's what blows me. Especially game 5, because the Timberwolves shot terribly that series. They did not shoot the basketball.
They didn't shoot it at all.
They shot.
They shot good like the first 2 games, and then the rest of the games was like, yeah.
Bro, game 5 especially, they shot like crap on jumpers, right? Just pure jumpers. They did not, like, Ant did not have a good game, bro. But Rudy Gobert,
getting to that basket though. They was getting to the basket.
Man, dog, it was nothing but rebounds, dunks, layups, putbacks, second chance points. You know what I mean? And the Celtics got a little bit of that last night. We can get into that later, but it was just bad. So that's my thing with JJ, and that's my thing with the Lakers series. They didn't adjust. They didn't adjust. I thought it was almost like watching what's his name back, Pocket Man. What's his name? Ham.
Pockets.
Yeah, that man was the king of anti-adjustments. He did not believe in adjusting.
It was different. Like the play a starting 5 for a whole second of playoff basketball is actually kind of insane. Like playoff basketball, bro.
Insane.
Regular season, I can get with you, bro. Playoff basketball against a big physical team, and you realize, and you're wondering why you lost that game. Like, bro, come on, bro. You gotta be realistic too. Like, I get it. You don't got the best roster, but you still got guys off the bench who could come in and give
try, bro.
5 minutes.
You could try. Like I'm saying, you already losing. How worse can it get? You lose by more, brother. You lost. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah, no, like, I agree, bro. I agree. Yeah, but like I said in the chat, bro, Luka had Jaden McDaniels looking like Tracy McGrady out there, bro. He out there. I'm like, whoa.
Finger roll.
Dunking. I'm like, oh my god, this is
crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
But shout out to the Wolves though; they deserve their credit. This team is actually really nice. Like I just like how they play together. Randall has been playing good. He deserves his props, especially after being considered a dropper. But shout out to him.
Nah, that's real. The other game 7 of the first round. I know. We don't. Rockets Warriors. You want me to go first? I'll go first. I'll go first. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say though.
I know what you're gonna say. That's why I want to get it out of the way, bro. Well, no, let me go first then. So I'm gonna summarize what we saw, and then you can get into it. But
all right, go ahead.
Honestly, bro, it's just, and it's so crazy. Golden State keeps finding themselves playing these good young teams who be having them on the brink, bro. And it gets me really upset, bro. It happened with the Beam. It happened with Memphis. Like they be getting lucky, bro. But yeah, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, and I said this in the chat, bro. The Rockets beat themselves more than the Warriors beat them. I feel like Rockets played amazing defense.
They did.
They made shots when they needed to at certain points of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They got a good game from Fred. Fred played decent. He played bad the first like 3 games, but then he definitely picked it up toward the end. Obviously, Jay Green played like buns. He was horrible. Jabari Smith was really good. Jabari Smith and Amen Thompson, he actually ended up playing good toward the end too. So they got contributions from the players at good times when they needed to. But bro, you missing a gang of free throws. Like you miss more than 10 free throws almost every game.
Yeah.
And it's just the half court offense, bro. It's just not good. It's just like they can't shoot that good. It's just like the spacing is like and when you play a team like the Warriors, when you have a crazy defensive mind like Draymond, that's not gonna fly, bro. Like you're playing into his hand, having him going into the paint, kind of trying to force issues and things like that. So
no, you're not lying. You're not wrong. So my thing, right? My thing. I can't make the same joke multiple times in a row. You touched on it. Shooting is very important. You touched on it a bit with Harden, right? Jalen Green is like last year. I remember last year he averaged 20 points a game. Was it last year or the year before? He averaged 20 points a game, and it was like, all right, next year.
Averaged 20 about like the last 2 years.
Yeah, and then it was supposed to be all right. Next up, right? Next up. And this Rockets team was really good this year, right? They get to the playoffs. The defense was there. I can't take that from anyone. The defense was there clearly, right? Some very low scoring games in this series, but 3 for 8 multiple times. Like, bro, how many times did I make that joke, bro? How many times did I come out and say, Madon, guess what? Jalen Green's gonna finish with tonight. I'm gonna say 3 for 8, and guess what he did? Cole finished 3 for 8, or
Y'all see how my pod made? Y'all see how my pod made bullying? He just admitted to bullying me every day, y'all. By the way,
it wasn't every day, but
he just admitted it to bullying me every day. I just want y'all. I'm glad I got it on audio. But
guys, Jalen Green's on my list, so like I gotta.
Yeah, he's on the list, so
I gotta
spoiler.
Yeah, he's not on the F series though. He's not good enough for the F series. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nah, F series is for niggas that was. You got to be raw. You got to have a raw regular season. You got to be raw in the regular season. That's what a fraud is. A fraud shows you a really good image, right? And then when it's time for that image to deliver, you're not getting it. You know
okay, we gotta graduate to the fraud list, bro. We're gonna graduate.
So Jalen Green, man, 3 for 8 multiple times, bro. You're supposed to be the guy. I know Sengun, him and Sengun are supposed to be the guys, right? The guys that are gonna get their shots, right? So you can't be going 3 for 8. I'd rather you go 3 for 20. 3 for 20 is nasty, but like we were saying with James Harden, at least you shot. You know, you put shots up. It just wasn't falling for you. Young player though, I will say young player. He still got more playoff series in front of him than behind him. So. We'll see what the future brings. I like the Rockets though. I ain't mad at them this series. They took a 3-time champion, right?
Oh, they got 4, brother.
4. There we go. Good. They took a 4-time champion to 7.
Yeah, bro. They're a very seasoned team, bro. I mean, they played as good as they could have played, bro. Yeah, like I said, Jalen Green played like trash, but I'm gonna be honest. And this is not me copping him, Bill. He played trash. Like he played bad. Excusable. But I feel like too, like a big reason with the difference between him and Harden is how their offense is set up. Like Houston, Jalen Green is not the main facilitator, so he doesn't control his shots in the sense of how James Harden does, and it's not as like. You know what I'm saying? They move the pill a little bit. They play out the pinches a little bit. They move out the elbows and things like that. So the Rockets' offense is different. And what they really ended up doing was, after that game 2 where he had 38, they just basically said, okay, Jalen Green, we're not going to let you walk in the threes. We're just going to blitz you on pick and rolls. And he made the right plays, but you're not going to get shots, you know? So that's just the next step. I mean, because if you're a superstar in this league, you're gonna get blitzed, you're gonna get doubled, so you just gotta learn how to play through it. So I think that's
you have to find a way. Yeah.
So that's just the next step. I feel like he made the right reads. That's why you saw other players like play good, but you still got to force the issue. You're the best player, so I think that's just the next step. And Sengun really impressed me on defense too. I thought playing Golden State, him playing in space, like his defense is actually really good, and that kind of
Sengun had a great series, man. Proud of Sengun. You know, I've been a fan of Sengun.
Sengun had a really good series.
I was a fan before he got famous.
Before the fame,
bro.
You're
When
not
he just got
into
the league.
You're not a real gooner, bro.
Come on, bro. I was a fan before. He was there before Ime, right?
He came. Was he there when Michael Porter? I don't think he was there when Michael Porter Jr. was there. Was he? I mean, I said Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr.
Kevin Porter Jr. Was he there at the same time?
Yeah, I think so, bro. I think that was your rookie year.
Sengun was drafted in 21. He was a 16th pick. Aaron Green was drafted in 19.
Either way.
Yeah. They both was drafted in 21.
Okay, yeah. Either way, I've been a Sengun fan, man.
Sengun's that guy, bro. I love Sengun. Like I said, I honestly think that next year they need to prioritize it. They got a lot of talent, bro. It's gonna be tough, but I think Jabari definitely needs to start. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be real, bro.
So that I didn't agree with. I'm also a big fan of Jabari Smith. You got a lot of players that I like. I like Tari Eason. I like the twin. There's another guy off the bench that I like. I forgot his name. But Eason, and I don't know. I'd have to go look. But actually, no, the twin was coming off at the bench at the time. So him and Eason, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. But
yeah, he started Smith, like halfway through the season.
Yeah, but Jabari Smith, I think, is a really, really good player, but he has a very minimalized role, and I don't understand why. It was like Zubac with the Clippers last year. Ty Lue did not let him finish games, and he wanted to play small ball. So
yeah, it was weird because he started the beginning of the season playing really well, then he got hurt. And then after that, he came off the bench, which I just don't agree with. Like, I just feel like he brings so much to the team. He's first of all, he's their best shooter. I don't count Fred, because Fred, it seemed like he only hit heat check threes. So he's their 100%. Best floor spacer. He's their best floor spacer. He's their best rim protector. And he just plays like he gets his shots off so easily. Like he gets to his spots I feel like he gets his shots off the best on the team. Like, so I don't know if it's a talent thing, honestly. If you can get off Fred, if you can get off Brooks, it's probably bring in like another floor spacing big.
A real shooter. You need another one.
Yeah, you need like a real shooter who could fit into the scheme. I think Jabari definitely needs more. He definitely needs to be like on, because I don't know, bro. They have a weird situation, like, because Amen, his potential's through the roof. And I think he's a good player, but I don't know if he's like a main ball handler yet. Like,
he's not. I think Amen. What was Amen's splits this year from three? Like, what did he shoot from three this year?
I don't even want to look at it. I might throw up.
Yeah, because that's disgusting, right? I don't need this man to be Steph Curry, but in today's NBA, if you're gonna be an elite wing player, you have to. Yeah, he shot 27% on 1.3 attempts a game. That is terrible. Wow.
He's not a shooter, bro. He gonna Euro float you. He gonna drive. He gonna bang on you.
If he can get that 3-point shot attempt up to like 2.5, right, and give me 33% this next season, I think that's solid, right? If you know, because he averaged 0.4 made threes a game. You have to let them come out, right? You have to give them something to respect.
Bro, if he gets a jumper, it's over, because you can't stay in front of him, bro. He's too athletic, bro.
Oh, a jumper would be insane, right?
If he gets a jumper, bro, if he gets a 30, like you say, if he gets a 33% clip, like, I'm not even expecting him to shoot, because the league average is probably what? Let me look. The league average is
no, so a 33% on less attempts, though. You know what I mean? I don't want him shooting 5 threes a game. That's not where we're at. But if he can shoot 3 threes a game, yeah. So if he can shoot 3 threes a game and average 1 made 3 a game, bro, that's a solid improvement. You know what I mean?
You can't stay in front of him, bro.
No, exactly. You know what I mean? So that'll be solid. Because if you rush out to close out because you think he can hit a shot now, he's gone. That's a blow by.
Duck.
You know what I'm saying?
Duck.
So that's my thing with the Rockets. Play Jabari. Jalen Green can't put up a tornado march no more.
Yeah, and then just to touch on the Warriors a little bit. Shout out to them. Curry still doing that 37.
Rodell.
Yeah, he's a front runner, but he's a damn good one.
Yeah,
like
legendary. He invented it.
Bro, he's just really good at basketball, bro. Like, and it's like he changes his game so much every year. Like this series, he actually didn't really shoot a lot of threes. He played in the mid range a lot this series. So I just his ability to kind of just like adjust like through times and what's necessary, bro. Like I said, I hate on him sometimes, but you know he's a great player, bro. Like I say,
I hate all the time.
Fair, but yeah, he's one of the best, bro. He's one of the best. And like I say, their defense, like I say, I mean, obviously we're gonna talk about next series, but they had a good first round series. I can't lie. It's not because of him. He played really good, but
yeah, shout out Jimmy. I guess. Shout out Jimmy.
You didn't want to do that, but
no, I didn't. But
going out east.
Let's start light. Let's start quick. Let's get this one over really, really fast. The worst playoff series. The worst playoff series loss in NBA history.
1-8 didn't give us no motion this year, bro. 1-8 in both conferences ain't give us no motion. I don't like that.
No motion, none at all. But game 4 of this series that I'm referring to was 138-83.
Looking at this score is crazy to me. I'm looking at it right now.
Disgusting, bro. So like, how do you what, bro? Like your best player shot or your best scorer, your lone all-star shot 1 for 10 and stopped playing basketball in the third quarter. Like that.
After that, bro.
That is disgusting. So. Not much to say about that game. Honestly, despite everything I just said, I really don't think the Heat should be trying to get rid of and clear house and trying to trade for all the ways they can find, because I think that doesn't work. Like I think it works when you can bring in your whale next to a big fish that you already got. If you don't got big fishes waiting for the whale, you just gonna end up in a similar situation with less money to spend. That's just my opinion there. You know, I could be wrong, but
I got a little 2 cents, but I'm not gonna put that 2 cents in. We could talk about it when we talk about could talk about it when we talk about the next series. But yeah, bro. I mean, bro. I mean, it was nasty. Cleveland put belt the booty. But yeah, bro. 1-8 matchup. I mean, let's be real, bro. He was a 10 seed. They made the ACE. What did we expect, bro? They wasn't. They needed. I ain't gonna say they needed Jimmy, but Jimmy is a big foundation, and they kind of left a person that big kind of leaves in the middle of the season. You're gonna have bumps in the road, but you still have good cornerstones. You have good pieces on the roster. You know, you still got Davion. You still got Bam. You still got Tyler. You still got Ware. You got good pieces, young pieces that can.
Exactly. That's why I don't think the Heat should be in a rush to empty the tank. But anyway, I was about to say Cleveland just put belt the booty. Like we don't really got to talk to them about it. We don't really got to talk to them until this next series. But Bucks Pacers. That was a sad series.
The rivalry continues. I'm be honest, all the games was really close. Like they didn't they didn't get smacked. Like the Bucks didn't really get smacked any of the games.
Nah. Giannis kept them close. If it wasn't for a Gary Trent Jr. meltdown after lighting it up, could hit like 4 threes in a row and then had 2 of the worst mistakes I've ever seen.
Nah, he had 3 really good games. He had 3. They have 330 balls.
I think so, but that elimination game, the game they got eliminated, like.
Yeah, that was a stinker. That was
nasty. Like I'm talking, bro. He put up like 5 threes in a row and then melted. I don't get how he managed to do that.
Yeah, it was very odd, bro. I'm gonna be real, it was very odd.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the Bucks actually shot really good from 3, and they still lost.
Bro, AJ Green was shooting nothing but threes, and he was splashing. If you're not hit by AJ Green, get hit. Real shooter, and you play D.
Nah, he's an insane shooter. He's a very insane shooter.
AJ Green, but he's not black.
This is funny, but yeah, bro. Like I say, bro, Bucks just, I mean, they're
sad.
Yeah, they're not good, bro. They're not a good team. Giannis, he played like Giannis. He played like a top 3 player in the NBA. Probably the best based off how Yoke been playing. But yeah, bro, it just kind of just came down to Bucks not having enough offense and Pacers not missing a single shot. So
they did not miss them boys. Nembhard and made the
bro,
reason all of them.
I'm not even gonna lie,
shooters.
bro. Nembhard might be like close to like a Jalen Brunson type situation. I don't know that good, but Nembhard is good, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say temper that. I'm gonna say temper that.
Of course, because we're looking at a Jalen Brunson right now, but
yeah.
But I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember, but last year, was his rookie year? Wasn't it last year's rookie year?
Nembhard.
Yeah. This is third year or second year?
Last year might have been his rookie. I want to say third though. Off the top of my head, I want to say
third. But anyway, he gave Boston like 230 balls that series. Like when Halliburton was out, like he's
Nembhard a shooter. Nembhard a real shooter, official.
He's but like he can play like crazy defender. Yeah. Like he's a really good player, bro. Like
he is.
So him and I don't know what Neesmith's been on. He's been playing out of his mind lately. So I didn't think he was that good of a shooter. This year he just upped the clip.
And they still upping it. They haven't stopped.
Nah, bro. They got hot at the right time. We talked about that a little bit, like how they kind of dealt with injuries early on. They started off very slow, and then like toward like the fourth quarter of the season, they started rolling because they jumped from like 9th to like 3rd.
Yeah, in defensive rating, right? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like and shoot, we talked about it on the last episode of Power We Talk Hoops, bro. I was like, Pacers, bro, they playing good ball, bro. Like I say, they actually playing defense now, so it's like kind of hard to stop a team that's scoring 130 a game and who can play defense.
Yeah, it's like I said, a sad series because Dane got hurt, right? And I wanted to see a healthy Dane, and he came in the series with blood clots, right? Like after defeating it, he wasn't even supposed to be playing. We thought he would be done for the whole year. But he fought.
Did he tear his Achilles?
Then he tore his Achilles. So sad series. It wasn't a fun one for me. But we're about to get into my favorite series. Let me make sure it's the series I'm thinking of. Yeah, my favorite series of the whole first round. Knicks Pistons. Because, you know, I'm a big Cade Cunningham fan. I'm a big Jalen Brunson fan.
That was my second. Like I said, Clippers Nuggets was my first. That was definitely my second, though.
Yeah,
all the games was close. Literally every game was close.
Just seeing all the clutch buckets, right? Just seeing Cade take that. Bro, you gotta remember what it was last year, bro. Right? You gotta remember what it was last year to see the difference between last year and this year. The fact that they was in the playoffs, the fact they almost knocked off the 3rd seed, right? Like. They would have got smacked by Boston though, I can't lie. But it was just a fun series for me, man. Like watch these guys go at it, and then that Jalen Brunson cross on the twin to that dagger 3, that was insane, bro. Cold.
He showed why he won Clutch Player of the Year, bro. I ain't gonna
Deservedly.
That guy's different, bro. Fourth quarter comes along. That's why his fourth quarter stats look so good too, because all them games was freaking close, fighting tooth and nail.
I remember that's them stats that hit the chat. Like he plays nothing but close games, and the fact that he does it time and time again, people don't remember he did this last year too. Every year he's in the playoffs, he's the same guy. It's just a matter of what his teammates are doing. Because you know he can't.
Last night against Boston, hit that crazy 3.
Oh, like he's just on Derek White.
Bro, he's just a consistent, like, he's a consistent clutch player. It's actually kind of appalling.
No, bro, I won't forget. This is when I found out about Jalen Brunson, honestly, because, you know, I don't watch college hoops. But that Mavs series when Luka got hurt and they were playing Utah, everybody was like, this is it. It's over. Bro, I'm talking splash. The Brunson burner, bro, did not stop. He did not stop. He's
not gonna stop. He put him up too, but he put him up when he need to put him up. He gonna put him up though.
And then the thing is, it's not bro. He put him up, but then he get in the fourth quarter. When he put him up, they dropping. I'm talking pure, bro. Pure. Pure. But yeah, that was a very fun series, man, and I liked what I saw from that. You have any other comments?
Like you say, shout out to the Pistons. I definitely think they matched well. I just think that similar to Rockets, bro. When it came time to hit shots or do certain things, they just didn't have the experience, bro. Like they were up, I'm pretty sure, in all these games, but they just lost at the end because closing not being in those situations, not having a secondary creator kind of limited to them. You know, Cade kind of just. But and that was going back to our conversation with Jalen Green and Jalen Green. I think the reason why Cade played so well in his first series is the difference between him and Jalen Green is Cade is really good at making quick decisions.
Yes.
Like, and he's a bigger player, bigger guard, bigger and stronger, so that helps too. But Cade is really good at making quick decisions, whether he's even off a dribble handoff or he'll split the picks, he'll go up, he'll post up. That's a big part of it too. Cade will post you up.
I think he's the best post up guard, back to the basket guard in the league at the moment. I give you maybe one guard over him.
I don't think he's better than Kyrie, but obviously Kyrie doesn't do it to the volume. Probably is Cade, but that's obviously
Kyrie not backing nobody down though. Kyrie just holding it.
Kyrie, I don't know, bro. Kyrie does a solid amount of post ups. Like I say, not as much as Cade. Like I say, because that's like volume and then like size.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Jalen Brunson actually posts up for his, which is crazy at his size.
He do. I say Shy posts up a bit too.
Yeah, Shay definitely posts up a lot
because he got the size. But Cade,
you might be right. I don't know because I think
consistent. He getting that.
Shy might be more. I think Shy might be more efficient, but Cade probably posts more.
Shy getting the post up to shoot mid ranges.
Right, exactly.
Cade getting the post up to hit that jump hook. You know what I mean? That jump hook is money. So
it really is. Not gonna lie, he has a great touch.
He does. So
shout out to him.
Yeah, good player, great series. This is another series that I wish there was more of, like, because P5 hooped, man. Boston Magic. I wish Jalen Suggs was there. I really wanted to see what that looked like because
for facts. Because that was good hoops. Like the games was good. I actually enjoyed those games. Like there was some good games.
It was good basketball, bro.
It was very good basketball. They matched each other well. Like, but Orlando always matched Boston well though.
Yeah, and this is a team that hangs their hat on defense, and then P5 showed that he is a guy. You know, he bro. I'm talking him in France. Going crazy, but you can't depend on Corey Joseph to win you games.
Respect Spurs legend Corey Joseph. I'm gonna need you to do that.
I do respect Corey, but not in this situation, unfortunately.
Why, bro? You don't gotta put Corey down to bring P5 up, bro.
Not bringing P5 up. I'm saying, if anything, bring Jalen Suggs up.
Yeah.
Because Corey couldn't give him 15. That's the problem. You need 15. You needed another 15 to be competitive in them games. Like to be able to push yourself over the hump late in the fourth. Because bro, I'm talking a lot of those games, bro. They was right there neck to neck. But then when it came time to play closeout basketball, and they blitz France, they blitz P5, and they gotta kick out. You know, they gotta pass it to someone else because they're helping off somebody, right?
Yeah.
So you the guy they're helping off if you're not hitting your shots. Slowly but surely, 98 becomes 198, 106, 98, and that, you know, now they won by 12 points when it was neck to neck 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this kind of gonna happen. Like, bro, they're literally probably the worst shooting team in the NBA. So it's like they get all their buckets from like downhill. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the cup. So yeah, like you said, when you kicking out to freaking 27, 30% 3-point shooters, it's like you kind of praying for a miracle though. But
yeah,
I think they played good,
and that's the problem.
Yeah, but I think they had for what they dealt with this season. I give them a lot of credit. Like I give Jamal Mosley a lot of credit. They close too because injuries they had to still make the playoffs and to still, I guess, get a game off the defending champs. You gotta tip your hat. You know. Yeah. They dealt with a lot this year.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Their top three players were they all hurt at one time? Because Franz, I think it was a point
in the season.
Yeah, I think it was a point where
they
France,
were.
Suggs, and Paulo were all hurt at the same time.
That is accurate.
So yeah, that's crazy, bro. So for them to still make the playoffs, I got to tip my hat to Jamal Mosley.
Yeah, no, of course. But so you want? I say we. So what are your main takeaways from round one?
My main takeaways, so we can get. I was about to say we can't get into that because to be real, because the series in the second round they kind of going how they're going. But my main takeaways from round one, the first. We talked about the physicality, and I don't know if you noticed, but there's been a lot of fouls in this playoffs. There's been a lot of fouls. Like, it's the most fouls so far out in the first two games I think I saw in the past like 3 years. So it's a lot of hacking, a lot of aggressive play. Refs, it was a little inconsistent at first, but refs have been letting people go, and you could tell because we getting all these post games with people complaining about calls and physicality.
Yes,
but that's something that's been sticking out. I think it's shown in the shooting splits between teams because a lot of the superstars have been very inefficient, and I guess this is kind of a counter, a 1 and a 2 point. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys for the longest, because y'all would show me a stat sheet and be like, oh, this person is more efficient and this person is more efficient than that. But at the end of the day, bro, in playoffs, bro, can you get me a shot when I need you to get me a shot, bro? Because at that point, efficiency goes out the window because the room for error has to be, you can't second guess, you can't think that you're going to get to your spots and think that you're going to be able to do certain things when you're the main focus, especially if you're like one of these main creators like a Jokic or a Shea or a Cade, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think this kind of like, and I have put a tweet, I don't know if you saw the tweet I put in the chat, but like, I can stop defending Kobe and Iverson now because like,
by these shot percentages, yeah.
Bro, the most efficient dude in the NBA, Nikola Jokic, is shooting 47% from the field. I just shooting 63% in the regular season.
Yeah, nah. So that's a great point, and it go. I'll throw it to Mikal Bridges because, well, I don't want to say it was last game, but the game before, the first 3 quarters he has 0 points, and then he scored 14 in the fourth. You know what I mean? That's not very efficient at all when you just look at a box score, right? You know, because he was taking shots the first 3 quarters. None was dropping though. Then late in the fourth quarter came, and all of a sudden he was Kobe.
Turning KD.
Yeah, turning KD. So precarious little situation there, with Mikal and the Celtics. But I ain't gonna get into that. We'll see that.
Yeah, and like I say, bro, that's just something I noticed. Like I say, people just getting it done. Like I say, stars not being efficient. And then the last thing that I've noticed, I don't know, you probably noticed it too, but home court ain't worth a damn.
It's not. I'll tell you why. The Cavs losing right now.
Like, bro, home court not really worth a damn no more. Like, I don't know if it's like, I don't think it's a crowd thing. I just think it's just like players, like, I just think that just that mantra of just like, hoops is hoops, bro. I just think these guys nowadays just like hoop. Like, I don't think that home court thing really matters.
Yeah, bro. The crowd's not saying anything out of pocket no more. They can't get away with it.
And they ain't trying to get kicked out. With them, playoff tickets expensive.
It's super expensive. So you know the home crowd ain't that vile like they did back in the day. Back in the day, them boys was vile, bro. They was just talking about your moms.
Yeah, it's still some decent home courts though. OKC had they home court is decent. Who else had a decent home court? Knicks, of course.
Oh, Knicks. But you gotta. Knicks home court is crazy. If they let the real fans in the stadium though, like the guys that can't afford the tickets.
Yeah, the real knickerbockers.
let them boys in the stadium, man. It'd be.
It'll be hell on earth.
Hell on earth. Them boys would be on the court.
Spilling Hennessy on their Timbs on the hardwood and all that.
I'm talking about in Spider-Man costumes.
Spider-Man Timbs. I need him at a game, bro. I need Spider-Man.
They gotta get him in the game, bro.
I need him at a game, bro. That'll be legendary.
Yeah,
but yeah, nah, that's that's my three biggest takeaways so far. But all in all, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I've been loving these playoffs. Like I haven't enjoyed the playoffs this much since 2021. I'm gonna be real with you. Since Giannis ring, I haven't enjoyed the playoffs.
That was very enjoyable actually. But for me, this has definitely been very enjoyable. And my biggest takeaways, right, are one, it's more of a what happens next, right? Or what happens next with the Bucks? Like, what do they do? Right? They traded for Dame. This was supposed to be it. Last year was a a throwaway. This was supposed to be the year. Giannis just came out, said he might be open to a trade, according to Shams. What now? Right? What now? So that's one takeaway. My next takeaway, Luka and Nico Harrison, right? This is without knowing they got the number one overall pick, right? But he said defense was championships, and he is correct. Luka does not play defense, and in fact, he plays anti-defense. So
let me say anti-defense.
So what do they do, right? So all my takeaways are leaning to that what happens next, right? Or these two so far. What do they do? And my next one is something I kind of already know, but just to it's only fair we talk about it again. But Jalen Brunson, he's having if they make it to the finals, right? I don't say they win. They make it to the finals. Where do you put his legacy, bro?
The talks.
Where do you put his legacy?
Let's get.
Where do you put his legacy?
Okay, so look, this.
Because this run is legendary at the moment.
Okay, it is. Let's get to that last. I want to get on. The Giannis point was a very, like I say, he has preferences, things like that. The no stake tax, but I honestly think like it's not is. I think the ball is really in his court, bro. Like I think he's gonna go somewhere where he's not gonna be too spotlighty, but at the same time he enjoys being there. Especially Milwaukee being probably very different from a lot of other places. He says no state tax, so it's probably going to be somewhere in the South. So
Texas or Florida, bro.
So that's something to keep an eye out. So, and we had our conversation about it. Like I say, bro, if it's a player like Giannis, bro, I think I don't think it's a KD situation. Like, you know how everybody would gut 18 for KD? I feel like Giannis is different, bro, because for one, Giannis doesn't have bad playoff games. Giannis can anchor your defense. He's a great help side defender. His one-on-one defense got a little bit exposed this year, ain't gonna lie. I thought he was a better one-on-one defender, but obviously I'm not holding that too much to him as long as you play defense. So I think the ball's really in his court. It's about a team that's willing to kind of give him what he wants and what he kind of looks for in a team. But he might stay. Who knows? He might just stay, bro. He seems like that guy who will want to stay in Milwaukee. So
I don't think he wants to leave. I just think he's tired. I think he wants to compete for a championship. That man not 25 no more. You know,
he's 1-9 in his last 10 playoff games,
and not a single one been his fault.
Which is crazy. Like to say it, and I'm not that person who be like, oh, the best player. No, I don't do that, bro. If I'm giving you 30, 15, if I'm giving you 36, 15, and 5 for a series, bro, I'm gonna need y'all to
get me some hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all some hope, please. Yeah, so I didn't really want to hard. Now the Luka thing is interesting to me because I think this is personally, since Luka's been in the league, the worst PR he's gotten. Like, this is probably the most down on Luka that people have probably.
It's Lakers PR. It's Lakers PR.
You think it's the Laker effect?
It's the Laker effect. No one can deny that being a Laker, playing in that market, every single media outlet in the country is gonna talk about you.
No, this is the most down I've seen Luka PR because he's always been, the golden child. Like, the boy, he smiles, he jokes, he shrugs, he laughs, he do all that. This is the most down I've seen people on Luka. So I honestly think this is like the biggest offseason of his career. Because he's starting
I fully expect him to come back 20 pounds lighter.
He doesn't. I do. I think before they probably coddled him a little bit, but he's saying this might be his season. Like, okay, like people are on me right now. So I gotta prove them wrong, and I gotta prove it to myself, like, out of cone. And I'm not asking him to be like Bro, nobody's asking him to be Gary Payton, bro. Like, I just need you to not be a liability. I've seen it, bro. I've seen Steph Curry. Steph Curry's had ankle problems at the beginning of his career, and he's a solid defender now.
Yeah,
Steph doesn't get picked on. Yeah, bro, you just gotta put the work in, bro. And his condition is out of this world. Steph Curry probably has the best condition in the NBA. I'm beyond him or maybe Bron. Yeah. Well, Bron's about 40 now, so I don't. So probably Curry probably has the best conditioning in the NBA. Yeah. So like, bro, you gotta just show you want it. Like, so I'm real interested to see how Luka comes in the next year. I don't know if you want to expound on that.
I don't. He's fat. Lose weight. That's it, man. Lose weight,
bro. He was surrounded by all that Whataburger, all that smoked barbecue.
Coach, I know he was at Raising Cane's every day.
You got Raising Cane's in Dallas?
They got to.
You got Raising Cane's everywhere?
On the West.
Oh,
on the West. Yeah, it's just not coming over here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro, my first time going to Raising Cane's was in Denver.
Me too. Oh, no, that's Cali. I went to Cali. I went to Cali, but then
you went to Cali?
Yeah, I did. My first time was in Cali, but we did go in Denver.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, I forgot you.
Okay, we seen Yo play. We did that. We did see Yo play.
Yeah, man.
Tatum and Jaylen Brown cooked their ass that day, but we saw him play.
Yeah, that's when they was hitting that turn. Remember?
I remember.
Got the shift.
Yes.
Saw that in real time.
We witnessed it, bro. We witnessed
the energy shift. Cause it for sure did shift, boy. But
yeah.
Now your final point.
The burner.
So let me ask you this right now, then. Let's get to it. Where's Brunson on point guards right now?
In the NBA right now today?
I'm pretty sure you think he's top 5.
Gotta be. Certified. Sealed. It's just where he in the top 5. I can make an argument for all 5 positions. I can't.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so let me ask you this. So who would you say is the best point guard in the NBA right now? Would you say Shea? Would you consider Shea a point guard?
Off. No matter how much I would want to deny it, I can't deny production. You know? And he's the only point guard in the league currently in MVP talks. So, and he's probably the favorite, right? So, just based off that alone, I have to give him best point guard in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Real. No, that's fast. I agree. I just didn't know if you consider him a point guard or not. You know, he's like a combo tweener, whatever you want to call it.
But he runs point for them. So
yeah, he initiates the offense.
yeah. So I'll give him that. But just based off the playoff riser that Jalen Brunson is, right?
Come on, bro.
Who's at 2? Right? I can even say he's at 1. Because I'm watching Shy these playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching Brunson. And brother, 2 + 2 = 4. Brunson is better than yours.
Okay, so look. So right now, you'd rather have Brunson? Okay, understandable because the playoffs it's been kind of gross.
Yeah. So all regular season, if I just looked at the regular season, Shy is number 1, right? And he earned that, right?
Right. Yeah.
But the playoffs is what really matters to me. It's what should matter to you, right? Like if you're not in the playoffs, you're not playing for a chip, you're not competing. What you doing? So
I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
I gotta go Shy. I'll concede Shy. I'll just say Shy Brunson. And after that is a fun conversation. I don't know if we want to have that conversation.
Okay, so let me ask you this: how do you feel Holly plays into that mix? Because he's like more traditional. So how do you feel Holly plays into that mix?
Halliburton's great. But the thing is, I don't think Holly's carrying his team. I just think he's like
he's an offensive engine though. He's like he makes that thing go. Let's be real.
He
makes that.
He is an engine.
It's different. He's more traditional. He's like a Steve Nash type.
Yeah. The thing is, I think the difference between Holly and let me see if I click here. I don't think Holly is pulling the car, right? I think Holly is in the car, right, and he's driving it. Brunson is pulling the car.
Okay, see, that's why I disagree with you because you can argue that the Knicks have a better roster than the Pacers.
So roster is one thing, right? play style and production is another thing, right? So right now the Pacers on offense are a well-oiled machine. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's because of him.
I'm not taking anything away from Halliburton, but the Rick Carlisle is always been a good offensive coach, right?
That's fair.
And right now he has a well-oiled machine. Now the reason why it stays well-oiled is because Halliburton is the person that's doing the oiling. Like I said, he drives the car.
He's the mechanic.
He's the mechanic. He's not a passenger. You know what I mean? Like he's not coasting by. Like he has to work for this to be a peak efficient product. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not taking anything away from Halliburton. I just think he's not, because if you watch the Knicks play, bro, a lot of those late game offenses, they're not really playing basketball, right? It's I'm better than you offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Pacers play basketball from tip off till 00 till quadruple zero. You know what I mean? Like,
that's facts.
They play basketball the entire time. It's never. I mean, Halliburton did have some closeout shots.
I get what you're saying though. It's never like Knicks is more like mano y mano. Like,
I'm gonna go at you and we gonna hit big shots, right? Pacers are getting great shots consistently. You know what I mean? They're playing basketball.
Yeah, they're gonna play the game. I agree.
So I think that's the difference here. Yes, the Knicks have great players and probably a better roster, but not a better offense. You know what I mean? And when it comes down to it, it's Jalen Brunson giving you 12 straight points in the fourth. You know, so like I said, I think that's the difference. One player is driving the car, the next player is pulling the car, and that's why I think Brunson is better.
So it's the clutch. It's basically the clutch. It's the clutch that basically does it for you. It's the closing that does it for you.
Yeah, 100%. Brunson, not to say Halliburton doesn't close, because he does. He does close. He's very efficient on clutch shots, actually. He doesn't take as much, but on the ones he does, and he has taken, they've been hit, and he makes great decisions. Right, clutch is not just about shot making; it's also about decision making.
I agree.
And that's important. It's just, man, it's Jalen Brunson, brother. I can't.
Brunson Burner. No, I can dig. I can get. I just wanted to pick your brain on it because I'm gonna be honest. I would probably lean on Brunson, but I think the only thing that's stopping Holly in the conversation is he just can't get his shot how Brunson can. So that's the only. I'll get a slight edge to Brunson, but I definitely think it's not like it's very close. Okay. I think it just depends on how your team is built. I feel like at that point.
Okay. I don't want to dwell on this too long for the episode because we
because this is good banter because it's going on right now. We seeing this going on. As y'all know, they're up 3-1 on the Celtics. Like I say, this is on May 13th, so they're currently
and the Pacers are about to eliminate the Cavs.
So these boys about to get these boys about to bump if all things plays out.
By the way, it's 76-85 Pacers up end of third quarter. So. Yeah, tough conversation in Cleveland. But okay. Real quick.
Go ahead.
My question: who's better, Cade Cunningham or Halliburton?
Let's talk about it.
Who's better?
See, right? That's why I wanted to say this conversation for last. Because to be honest, the point guard competition has been real tricky this year. I could argue Dame has been a top 5 point guard this year too. I can argue it. I can definitely argue it.
You can.
And Steph. Steph is definitely still top 5. But Cade, see, here's the thing that's just tricky about Cade. Because if you asking me, I don't know, bro. I think that's trickier than Brunson convo. Because Cade, what makes Cade so special is like he does what Halliburton does, but at different paces. Like Halliburton's outlet pass, push the ball, kick out the shooters. Cade is more of like a traditional set the table, a lot of pick and roll, lobs, a lot like so they operate different. But based off what I've seen out of Cade in the playoffs, I might take Cade.
You know my answer. I'm a Cade fan, but But based on what Halliburton has turned into in the playoffs, right? I watched this man game the Bucks. I watched him will his way back in that game 3, and then game the Cavs, right? I'm a hater. I don't want to say I'm a hater. I'm just not a fan of the Pacers.
No,
I just don't like them, right? But no matter, I'm always honest. You know, we learned this during football. I'm not a Bills fan. I don't like the Bills, but where I give credit where credit is due.
As you should.
And credit is, and Halliburton has earned his credit. So
he has. He's a very good player.
Before the playoffs, it would have been a very, very easy answer. Oh, Cade, give me Cade, easy. Then no question about it. But now it's like, I just told you how much I value playoff basketball, right? And Tyrese is proving he can be a riser in the playoffs through two series now. Like I said, he's about to eliminate the Cavs in a game that everyone thought, oh, this Cleveland.
They only have 5 right now, bro. Don't count them out yet.
I ain't count them out yet, but I'm saying like the fact that they were down 20, bro. You know, and the fact that they up.
Bro, they don't miss shots, bro.
They don't. So all I'm saying though, bro, it's not as far off as I once believed. So he has earned that, Tyrese. He has earned to be in that. Because he had it before and then he lost it when he was Holly Booty, right? but he got it back now. So
I can get with that, bro. And it's like, bro, you can't argue against 2 back-to-back conference finals appearances if they beat the Cavs. Like that's
really good.
You can't really. My only thing is, I just feel like, and granted, this is Cade's first playoff, so I can't really say. But I just feel like Halliburton's lows are low, but I feel like Cade has higher highs than Halliburton, and his lows are not like, bro, Halliburton had a 4-point playoff game.
Yeah, the thing with Cade, bro, his highs are special.
Exactly. And he's like, Cade's very consistent. He's not as up and down as Halliburton, but a lot of that has to do with what I mentioned earlier. Halliburton can't get his shot off as easy as a Brunson or a Cade, because that's just his jump shot. That's just not his game. He don't really got a mid-range game like that.
That's what I mean, bro. Halliburton is not pulling a car along. He is driving a car, and obviously as the driver, you can crash and burn. So the fact that he's able to lead them and push that offense forward is a great thing. It's just like what I'm saying though. He's the driver, not the manufacturer. You know what I mean? So
no, I got the point you was making. Like I say, especially in this day and age, if your main creator is not a consistent shot maker, it can get tough at times. But what makes their team so special is they get a lot of possessions because of how he plays, and they just like the way he's able to find shooters is just really special. Like he finds shooters really well. Like
he does. Look, great.
And it's off his driving though, because he can drive. Like he gets to the basket a lot.
He does.
Get to that right hand.
Decision making.
Yeah. Decision making. It's a good combo. It's a good combo. But yeah, I just wanted to. So Brunson top. So we're going with Brunson. If Brunson gets farther than Shea, is that the agenda you're pushing?
Oh, bro, push, dog. I'm throwing it. I ain't pushing no more. I ain't pushing no more. Cause if Shy loses tonight, that man is Shy Frolexander.
Oh,
if Shy loses tonight, so we gonna see. We gonna see.
Y'all heard it. That was the cat. I didn't want to let the cat out the bag, but Shy's been. He's been a little, I ain't gonna say pedestrian, but he's been a little funny in the light.
He's been less than MVP play, but I ain't knocking him yet. I ain't knocking him yet.
He's doing what he got to do. Like he had a couple games. Like that last game was kind of not the last game. Well, yeah, the last game was kind of weird. The pass to Hartenstein in the clutch was very intriguing to me. But
yeah,
we're gonna see what he do tonight. Tonight is in Denver.
Tonight is in OKC. Yeah.
I don't know though, because I don't think Jokic is gonna play 3 back-to-back stinkers.
Surely not.
I don't think that's in Jokic bag to have 4 back-to-back stinkers.
Back to back, like it's just I just don't see that happening. So
yeah, I don't see a 7 for 23 game happening from Jokic again. But we gonna see. I don't know. We gonna see. They've been playing well. They've been playing really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, shoot. Like I say, I guess one thing that what we can do last and end it off. Go ahead. Who you got for because we got the conference finals about to round up. Bro, man, F it, bro. Who you got going to the finals, bro? Let's end off on that.
Bro, Knicks. I got Knicks out the East. That's what's most fun right now. Let's shout out New York. Okay. Shout out New York. New York, and then out the West, a tricky pickle. I say, I'm with Paul, bro. Paul brought it up in the chat. I'm with him, man. Give me Ant Brunson, man. Give me who won the trade. Give me who won the trade.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not.
Give me Dante DiFincenzo. He got kicked off the park, right? He got kicked off the bus, right? Them his boys, right? Them his boys, and they traded him. They said we don't need you, right? We got what we need here. They traded Julius. They said we needed to replace you. We got Cat, right?
Somebody gonna be upset.
Somebody gonna be upset.
Well. Randall been playing well, so that would be kind of a crazy thing too.
He just had a 30 ball, right?
Randall's been playing really well, like passing the ball, scoring efficiently. He's been playing really well.
So, who won the trade, man? I think that'll be a fun, bro. The Knicks and the Timberwolves in the finals, bro. That's new. That's fresh. I don't want to see Denver. I mean, OKC would be fresh as well. Don't get me wrong.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't want to see OKC in the finals.
I don't want to see them in the finals.
Play in the playoffs. I don't want to see them in the playoffs. They don't play. They don't play fun basketball. Their basketball don't look fun. It just looks like.
No, bro. I'm not trying to see Lou Dort go like this. I'm not trying to see that. I want to see Ant talking that talk. I want to see Brunson hitting clutch threes. Right.
I feel like I wouldn't be mad at the Nuggets. I wouldn't be mad at Nuggets Knicks. To be real, bro. I might want Knicks in the finals too. I'm going based off entertainment wise.
Me too. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun hopes to have Knicks in Timberwolves.
Could you imagine the Knicks win a game, bro? I would drive up to New York just to go experience that. Right. I'm gonna stay at a distance. I wouldn't want to be in there. I just want to watch. I just want to watch.
You hear that noise? You hear that? You hear that? Noise?
Nah, I can't hear you. Your mic ain't picking it up, but
I was hitting my pockets.
yeah, nah. I'm telling you, bro. I book a hotel room and just be on the balcony, just looking at them boys. No, I'm telling you, it'd be fun, bro. It'd be fun. It'd be fun.
My God, that energy, yeah. So I think for entertainment purposes, I'll either go Nuggets, Knicks, or Timberwolves, Knicks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see OKC in the finals.
Me neither, bro. I don't. OKC Pacers, I wouldn't watch it, bro.
Hoops. It's ugly hoops, bro. It's ugly.
OKC Pacers, I'd puke. I don't want to watch
I wouldn't be mad at Pacers though, because Pacers they score, so I wouldn't be mad at it. But
I just can't. That goes against my agendas. I'm afraid.
Like you say, like Knicks, like they're like down the stretch, like their fourth quarters be more like.
It's so lively. It's so fun, bro.
They play fun hoops, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. It's like big shot after big shot. They're not playing basketball, bro. They playing, give me the ball, nigga.
I'm with the Timberwolves. I'm with the Timberwolves Knicks. I need it.
Yeah,
I need it now.
And especially with how Ant talk, because he's not censored, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good series. That'll be a good series. I ain't gonna lie. That'll be a good series. And that'll be the craziest. That'll be the craziest finals we done had in a while, bro. What the world?
It'll be the craziest finals since Raptors finals, I think. Raptors.
I'm just talking about on both ends, like because they still have the Warriors in there, but it'll be like Bucks Suns a little bit, ironically. And I was saying that was like one I like.
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun playoffs. The whole thing. Yeah, you did mention that.
That was my favorite playoff. That was a good finals, bro.
It was. We saw great hoops. No cap. We did see great hoops.
Right after the pandemic. Oh, that was real good hoops.
Fresh out of the pandemic, actually. Yeah.
Fresh out of the pandemic, got a good series. But
man, give me Knicks Timberwolves, man. I think that's fun. I think that's brand new. I think that's fresh. I think that's good for the city of New York. I think that's good for basketball, bro.
It's good for basketball. It's really good for basketball. I think
they are the Mecca. They all the Mecca. Melo gonna be at the games, bro.
I just don't want. It's only gonna hurt me if they try and push the Brunson over Melo agenda. It's gonna crush my soul, but I understand
Unfortunately.
it though. Yeah, I gotta call a spade a spade. They already tried to kill. Yoke already tried to kill his legacy in Denver. My dog Melo ain't gonna have nothing left, bro. Melo ain't gonna have nothing.
Melo did it to himself, man. Melo played "I'm better than you" basketball, right?
But do this nigga basketball. Do this nigga basketball.
Do this nigga basketball. That's what he played, bro. Cole has 60 points, no assists, bro. Like, that's crazy to me.
That's Buckitos, bro.
I'm talking. Pull up, no dribbles, bro.
He a tactician though. I love Melo, bro. That's one of my favorites.
I don't know how many players you can name with a better no dribble bag.
Phone booth. We call that phone booth hoops.
Phone. Yep. Oh, there you go. Cook.
We're in the phone booth. That's phone booth hoops. We don't need no space.
How you get cooked with no dribbles, bro? He didn't take a step. I mean, he took because his pivot foot ain't move. He faced you up the whole time, bro, and he didn't dribble. The ball stayed up. The ball ain't go below his shoulders.
We're not dipping. We're getting straight to it. Oh my gosh, bro! But yeah, nah, that's okay. So yeah, we got our picks in. Knicks, Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that's a little wrapped up. Like I said, this Pacers game about to end up. Anything else you want to kind of comment on?
Hell no, brother. This episode been long as hell. I'm sorry to listen to this.
This fire though. I think they enjoyed this one.
They go ahead enjoy it. They go ahead enjoy it. But I think we safe to wrap up though.
Yeah, man. Like I say, definitely enjoyed the episode. Y'all came on here when we uno, but
number one. Yeah, no, hey, man. Thank you guys for listening. This episode gonna come out. Another episode gonna come out a couple of days after that, right? Yeah, so we got things. We got things cooking for y'all, man. Like my partner said, this was a great help. We laughed. We had good fun. We started with good energy. I think that's key. We came in with good energy. We was laughing about Indonesia and Philippines. Y'all won't understand that, but just know.
Shout out to the Philippines.
Shout out to the Philippines. Shout out to Indonesia. Right. But
you really killed me with that. I ain't gonna lie, you killed me.
Man, it's just off the dome. But that's it. That wraps up episode 11. You can catch us on Instagram, catch us on YouTube, catch us on whatever app you decide to catch things on, whatever. That ain't really land like I wanted to land. But
we'll cash app you. I'm lying.
He is lying. He is lying. No joke about that. But peace.
Yes, sir. Y'all be safe.
Safety.